Coming up with this edition of Sports Zone, we have highlights from track and field, tennis, and hockey.
A live in-studio interview with the Duhawk coach.
We look at bowling in the Dubuque area.
Some young all-stars take to the ice.
And another exciting sports challenge, all coming up on this edition of Sports Zone. Let's get the show started right away by hitting the wrestling mats.
That's right, Chris. 4 Duhawks will make the trip up north to La Crosse, Wisconsin this weekend for the NCAA tournament.
Sports Zone reporter Michael Lawrence has more.
For 4 Loras wrestlers, they will have one more meet before they can close the book on the 2010-2011 season, and this one is a big one.
It's just like any other match, and not getting caught up in the, oh, it's a national tournament and I'm going to freeze and not wrestle to my capabilities. So, I feel good about this group.
Even though he was a 6th seed in the IAC tournament, 174-pounder Stefan Burt was able to secure a bid to the NCAA tournament as a freshman.
I have nothing to lose. People didn't expect me to be where I am right now. Just go out there, my conditioning is going to be great, so just wrestle full 7 minutes.
Moving up to a few weight classes to the one that they call landfill, senior Jeremy Klein will take part in his first ever NCAA tournament appearance.
It's just going to be like any other tournament. I'm going to go, I'm going to wrestle my matches, I'm going to wrestle my way, and I'm going to put people to their backs.
Another underclassman that will make the trip will be sophomore Matt Holmes, wrestling the 133-pound weight class.
Was it a higher weight class? Was it 141? And I think, right after Christmas we came back, and Coach Burt's really the one that talked to him about cutting down to 133.
And then there's 157-pounder Eric Hansen. The grizzled senior will be making his 3rd and final appearance in the NCAA tournament this weekend.
It's an accomplishment, but I still have not reached all my goals yet. Still want to bring some hardware back and be on top of the podium, All-American.
There is one more match before these wrestlers can finally cut loose instead of having to cut weight. Reporting for Sports Zone, I'm Michael Lawrence.
Well, tonight we are joined with assistant wrestling coach Jordan Lloyd. Coach, thanks for being with us tonight.
My pleasure.
What does it mean for Coach Stewart to win the Coach of the Year in the IAC?
I think it meant the world to him. He's had a rough couple seasons with the team, so he was pretty emotional at the conference. So I think, like I said, it meant the world to him.
Who has really stepped up this season, especially maybe those who've gone further than expected?
If I have to, one name comes to mind right off the bat, Stefan Burt for sure, 174 freshman. Everyone's pretty much stepped up, and we're just happy to be at the tournament.
How have your expectations changed from the beginning of the season now to the season that's coming to an end?
Expectations are always high for our guys, looking to compete at that national level. We just got to take it one step further this weekend and bring home some hardware. If
you could sum up the season in one word, what would it be?
I'd have to go with heart. We've showed a lot of heart this season, turned the corner coming back from Christmas break, beat some people that we shouldn't have, had some battles in there, so I think heart would sum us up in one word for sure.
Well, Coach, congratulations. Good luck this weekend.
Thank you.
The Duhawk baseball team returned to Dubuque after winning 2 out of 3 games this weekend in the Jacksonville, Illinois tournament. Loras dropped the first game 11-0 to Augsburg College. Following the humbling defeat, the Duhawks went on a tear, winning the final 2 games against Carleton College with clutch hitting from infielder Calvin Ray and catcher Clay Hendrickson. They won both games 5-3 and 8-2. Loras has a bit of a break, and they will play next on the 16th when they face St. Norbert College in a tournament in Florida.
The Loras track and field team sent 8 athletes to the last chance meets this weekend at North Central and Stevens Point. In the high jump, Caitlin Groper and Katie Langmeyer had the 2nd and 3rd best jumps in Loras history, but both missed the provisional qualifying marks. Senior Tara Kilberg ran the mile this weekend and was 0.02 of a second short from qualifying for the national meet. Sophomore Tim Durr broke the school record in the 60-meter hurdles, but failed to qualify for the nationals in 55 hurdles. Junior Ryan Seymour also broke the school record in the 60-meter dash and ran the provisional qualifying time in the 55, but was still left off the national list. Danielle McNally competed in the weight throw and shot put, but despite throwing past the qualifying marks, she won't be headed to nationals either. Senior Laura Rieger was the only Duhawk to qualify for the national meet, tying her own school record in the 800-meter. The NCAA Division III Indoor Track and Field National Championships will be held in Columbus, Ohio at Capital University on Friday and Saturday this weekend.
The men's tennis team was still looking for their first conference win, and they got 2 chances this weekend. First up will be Buena Vista in the first round. Senior Jared Levy won his singles match in convincing fashion against Mike Sporer in 2 sets. Levy partnered with Eric Becker, winning Loras' only doubles match on the day, winning 8-4. Senior John Bless would take on Kiefer Nieves to 3 sets and get a win. However, Loras would end up losing to BV by a score of 5-4.
Pretty frustrating because for us, like, wins are hard to come by, and when there's ones that we should win, like, that's really frustrating.
Things did not improve as UD would prove to be a difficult opponent for Loras later in the second round. Loras was unable to secure a win, and UD would cruise past the Dewhawks 9-0. The tennis team will have a couple weeks off before they travel to Beloit College on April 2nd. They will play Beloit in the morning and then will face off against Rockford College in the early afternoon. Loras will definitely have the advantage in the game time experience for this season. Beloit will have yet to play a tennis match, and they'll play their first opponent on March 26th. Rockford has yet to win a single match in the 2 teams they have faced this year.
After this water break, we'll take one final look at the women's basketball team.
We'll meet a local powerlifter and explore the world of bowling in Dubuque.
And see how the Saints fared last night.
I find inspiration all around me, from those that push me to think and to grow, to move forward, because to stand still is to fall behind. That's not my plan. I'm just getting started. My life is just beginning. My major is inspiration.
I'm on MyDuhawk.com.
I'm on MyDuhawk.
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 I'm on MyDuhawk. I'm on MyDuhawk.
I'm on MyDuhawk.com. Are you?
MyDuhawk.com. Delivering you Dubuque.
The women's basketball team surprised many people this year, including themselves.
I took a look at what the Dewhawks did so well that led to such a successful season. The women's basketball team finished their season with a 15-12 record while going 10-6 in the IAC. However, this young team learned how to play with one another in the beginning, which was difficult, but made a huge difference towards the end of the season.
And they really believed, really believed, and really executed the things we asked them to. And it got simple then, and started to have a little bit more fun.
Junior Lindsay LeBeatty led the Dewhawks in points per game with 11, as well as rebounds and assists. Sophomore Melissa Herman was a force to be reckoned with down low. Herman was second in the team in rebounding and first in blocks with 37. Sophomore Britt Kent explained that it's not how you start the season, but how you finish.
Our season was pretty up and down at times, but we finished it out in the end, going on a 5-game winning streak and then losing to Co in the semifinals. But I would have to say that, like, as a team, we really grew together.
As a team, the Dewhawks were excellent in transition, using their overall team speed to get easy buckets. Also, the Dewhawks shot well from three-point land, shooting over 30% as a team. Great passing led to many open looks as the season went on.
The team grew so much on the court, off the court. The friendships we made is only going to make us stronger going into next year.
As for LeBeatty's crew, they will be a dangerous team next season because of their experience and trust in one another. Lost at the graduation, this team is now 1 year older, and this year's experience could put Loras over the top next season in the IAC.
Speaking of basketball, Chris, March Madness will begin soon. I know you're a big fan. This week's poll question was, what is your favorite thing about March Madness?
Possible answers were the unique game matchups, the constant coverage of games, when the underdog actually wins, and filling out a bracket or entering a pool.
With 89 voters, the results are A, 2%, B, 40%, C, 34%, and D, 24%. Thanks, everybody, for voting. Hey, Chris, who do you have winning it all this week? Who's in your championship bracket?
Well, you know, teams that really have a legit chance to win the NCAA tournament are the teams that are playing their best ball at the end of the season. Teams like Kansas, Ohio State, even the Irish from Notre Dame, they're really playing their best ball towards the end. You get on a momentum streak like that, and carry all the way to the Final Four and national championship.
Should be a great tournament. I'm really looking forward to it. With more and more Dubuque citizens trying to get into shape, they're being led to local gyms. However, there's some common courtesy that should be applied when you're exercising in the gym.
You know, one machine might be trying to use by 1, 2, 3, or 4 people. So if you are using a machine for an extended period of time, you know, up to 3, 4, 5 minutes, you know, try and let other people work in. That way some people can get their workouts going.
Other gym etiquette procedures include cleaning the machine when you are finished using it and putting back the weights and dumbbells when you are finished with your lift.
When people are getting, you know, the testosterone going, this goes for men and females, you know, they try and do as most weight they can. Well, it's easy to forget about the safety, proper mechanics.
This past weekend, the United Powerlifting Association Midwest Championship came to Grand River Center in Dubuque. This event brought men from all over to compete for the Midwest title. The events that took place was the bench press on Friday and the full power Ironman and the deadlift on Saturday. One of the competitors was the Loras football strength and conditioning coach, Josh Edwards. Edwards has been competing in heavy lifting since 2003 and says he's done a minimum of 3 a year. Competition is a little more special for Edwards since this will be his first one since coming off MCL injury in the summer.
I didn't increase my PRs, my total that I wanted to, but all in all, not a bad day coming off a torn MCL back July. So, got nationals here in about 6 weeks, and we'll get ready to go for that one, and another one in the book.
Over the last 10 years, bowling has grown all over Iowa. Students from Wahlert, Hempstead, and Dubuque Senior High Schools have recently been recognized for honors such as Mississippi Division Bowler of the Year and Honorable Mention.
We're recognized all across the state as one of the best bowling programs around, and then when you keep building that success, more and more kids want to be a part of it.
Success might be one reason why students are attracted to the sport of bowling, but the fact that participants don't need extreme athletic abilities to bowl makes the sport even more appealing.
Bowling is one of those things that's kind of like golf. You can take up at any age, and you decide how good you want to be at it.
As bowling continues to grow in popularity, Coach Hofer believes that more colleges will add bowling to the list of sports they already offer.
The Fighting Saints were celebrating Fat Tuesday with the Waterloo Blackhawks at the Mystique Ice Center. In the middle of the first period, Vince Heinstrova takes this shot, but it's blocked. Max Edson taps it in for the early 1-0 lead. Let's pick it up late in the third period when the Blackhawks still held on to 1-goal lead. But Tyler Ambergy tries to power this one through, but can't get it to go past the defenders. While time running out in the game, Luke Karate takes the Saints' last chance. This shot goes wide, and time expires with the Blackhawks leaving town with a 1-0 victory over the Saints. The loss drops Dubuque to 46-29, but they are still in control in the West standings of the USHL.
Moving from Saints hockey to someone who hopes to play for the Fighting Saints in the future.
SportsZONE reporter Sam Wazada caught him at a Midwest High School All-Star game in Ames this past weekend.
Growing up in the program, I just worked my way up. I always looked up to the high school team as a little kid, be like, wow, I'd love to play at that, but I never thought I'd be good enough to.
And now Dubuque native JT Bortscheller is playing in the East-West All-Star Game, voted by the coaches in the Midwest High School Hockey League.
Hockey has been his passion since he put on skates. He would probably play hockey all year round.
Bortscheller was introduced to the game of hockey by a family friend 10 years ago and has been playing ever since.
It was so long ago, I don't really remember a whole lot. Probably thinking I was really good, but probably couldn't even skate.
They said, come on in, you can rent the equipment the first year and they'll give you most of your money back if you turn it in, and let's see if you'd like it.
Now he's a junior defenseman for the Dubuque Devils, and he has his sights set even higher.
My goals now are to a higher level team, and if I have to, move away to play at a higher level so I can keep progressing in my hockey career.
His parents have been there every step of the way. In a sense, it's a family affair.
His mother and I work hard, not only for him and his brothers, to give them the opportunities, knowing we have some limitations. We can't afford the $20,000 or $30,000 a year that some of the kids play for AAA.
Hopefully Bortscheller can score big by getting to the next level. Reporting for SportsZONE, I'm Sam Lozada.
After this timeout, see us compete in a sport that's growing in popularity.
The spotlight shines bright on one Duhawk tennis star. Stay tuned.
They said if I got drunk, I'd be one of the guys. They said if I got drunk, I'd be one of the guys. They lied. Find out the truth about drugs. drugfreeworld.org.
Our next athlete is out of this world, almost literally.
Jamaican native Jared Levy shares his tennis journey with us.
Tennis has always just kind of come naturally to me, but it's always just been pretty fun and relaxing. I actually got recruited to Loras for wrestling. One of the assistant coaches went to my high school, and that's what really made me think about Loras. And then when I came here, I walked on to the tennis team because I've always played tennis, so I thought, D3 college, I'd be able to play 2 sports and have a good time, still be able to focus on studies. I love playing sports, but tennis just always was the most fun for me. From wrestling, it was a slight tear to my rotator cuff. It took about over a summer to heal, a little longer, a little aggravation, but it didn't slow me down too much. I play singles and doubles, and I think I prefer the competitive edge in singles, but definitely doubles is probably a little bit more fun.
Got stuck with this one. I don't know, all my friends were playing it. We played all sorts of sports, but tennis always seemed to have been just the most fun.
On and off the court, Jared's dedication to tennis and his teammates is clear.
This week we competed against a younger athlete in a new competition that has the nation stacking.
Check it out to see who's falling underneath the pressure and who's rising above it.
Welcome to another edition of the Sports Challenge.
This week we're at Marshall Elementary School in Dubuque competing against a student in cup stacking.
Should be interesting. I'm going to say for the first time I really have no legit chance to win this challenge. My big hands are going to come to a play where I think Kaylin's little hands are going to move those cups pretty quick. We'll see what happens. Let's do it to it.
5th grader Evan Weezer is a cup stacking wonder. He will compete at the World Competition in April. He can do a 3.63 in just 3.9 seconds.
Oh, I forgot a thing. Oh, okay. Okay, he almost beat my time, and he did 3 different things that time.
I'm going to try Evan's good luck thing and see if it helps me out. I finally won my first sports challenge this semester. Evan, what is Chris's punishment?
Chris has to do the cycle against me, and after he's done, I get to push all his cups on the ground.
I don't even know how to do the cycle. I'm just gonna it's gonna be kind of like a weird kind of looking thing.
Oh, you didn't end up.
Till next time.
Chris, I thought that was a ton of fun, but I got a question for you. Do you feel worse about losing to a girl or to a 5th grader?
I don't think I lost. I had fun, so I think I was a winner today. Well, thanks for watching SportsZONE. Check out LCTV News next week and MyDuhawk.com anytime.
Be sure to come back for your latest and greatest in Duhawk athletics.